Keeping his eye, though, on names outside the Mag 7 to outperform the market. Let's bring in King Lip of BakerAvenue Wealth Management. Welcome back.
Hi, Scott. How are you?
So I'm good, thanks. So which ones are you watching outside of the Mag 7?
Well, we think Magnificent Seven stocks are going to do fine in 2024, just not at the relative performance that they saw in 2023. We think there's a lot of mean reversion opportunities. We think small caps will do well with lower interest rates. We think financial sector would do well. We think even real estate will have a bid in 2024 due to lower interest rates.
Does that mean you think there's going to be a rotation out of mega cap into those areas, or is this going to be just cash from other areas?
I think it's going to be a rotation, and I think it's going to be a combination of both cash coming off the sidelines. We saw evidence of that really starting in November. Microsoft, for example, and shares of Apple have actually underperformed the market since the end of October, whereas small caps, financials, real estate, a lot of these industries that have underperformed in the past year have started to outperform.
Which of the Mag 7 do you think is going to be the biggest surprise in terms of gains in 2024? And then I want to ask you, which do you think is going to be a big surprise to the downside?
It's a good question. I think Meta will actually continue to outperform on the upside as a surprise. I think a lot of the company's AI initiatives are not yet fully recognized by the market. To the downside, it could be NVIDIA. And the reason why we say NVIDIA is because competition is starting to heat up from the likes of AMD, from companies starting their own AI chip initiatives, from Intel, for example. So NVIDIA may be the company that may see some underperformance, if you would.
What about Apple? I mean, I think it's fair to say there are still significant questions about the sales growth of that company, even as the stock still is above $3 trillion and it's approaching $200 a share.
Yeah, Apple is a name we continue to like. We think perhaps the fastest growth phase in the earnings growth and the fastest phase for the share price appreciation may be past the company without new initiatives. Some of these new initiatives could be the company's AI, generative AI business, if there is anything sort of materializing. We do think the iPhone next year could be a catalyst as well. I think the refresh cycle is going to be strong. But Apple is getting into some tough conditions with this recent Apple Watch conundrum that they're facing, for example.
Who has a better year, Microsoft or Alphabet? Because I think what the narrative was at the beginning of the year is not necessarily what the narrative might be into the new one. I say that for obvious reasons. All the hype around, the OpenAI investment. Everybody just said, well, Microsoft has stolen the thunder from Alphabet, and thus it's not going to give that up. Stock performance year to date has been, nearly identical. Alphabet's been trying to catch up, and they've probably been doing a fairly decent job in doing so, and the street remains reasonably optimistic that they continue to do that. But which has a better performance next year, and why?
We think it's going to be Alphabet, and the reason why we think it's Alphabet, first of all, is because of valuation. On a relative basis, Google's valuation, Alphabet's valuation is actually cheaper than that of Microsoft's. I think the company's AI initiatives so far hasn't gotten a ton of recognition as much as Microsoft, for example. So out of the two, we do think that it's likely that Alphabet would be having better gains than Microsoft in 2024.
King, take care. We'll see you on the other side of the new year. Have a good one.